Power 92. We are #1 in the streets.
That's right, Little Bit Straight here on your radio. It's right here on Power 92, the station that's been busted since 2001. And yes, I got the Bay in the building right now. Symba was popping.
I'm in the shower right now, man. It feels so good to be out here. I always heard it was the windy city, but it's sunny outside. It feels good outside. I've been walking around. I've been downtown rocking with the people. It feels good to be here, man. I appreciate you for having me.
Hey, man, I'm glad you're here, bro. You know what I'm saying? Coming out here and spreading your love and your wisdom, bro. You know what I'm saying? Been listening to the album, bro. Yeah. Going crazy. Talk to me about that process, man, because, you know, you went in, bro. Talk to me about the process, bro.
I'm somebody, man, that's I'm very, very tedious about my music. You know, I'm very, very always trying to like creatively push myself forward. About a year ago, I worked with Kanye, and working with Kanye taught me that I wasn't being an artist. I was too concerned about what other people thought about my music, and I was catering my music to, you know, the industry and people saying I need this type of record and that type of record. And by working with him, it really gave me the confidence to really just speak what I wanted to speak and say what I wanted to say. But what separates it is by making it great. So sometimes, like, we as lyricists, we get lost in just being good rappers, and we forget that people still got to digest this song. And people been looking at me, I feel, for a while as like a freestyle guy. Like, I come to the radio and I freestyle and I got bars, but I felt like people wasn't taking me serious as a songwriter and what I do in the booth. So I wanted to create those freestyle moments in song format. And that's really where the inspiration from this project came from. So I was just pushing myself creatively, like the intro, Overnight. That's the 8th beat. You know, we went through 7 different beats before we got to that one.
Is it better?
I think you're good now.
Is it good? Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Now, you was talking about Overnight. You said that was the 8th beat you was listening to?
Yeah, so we had 8 different versions of that beat.
Oh, okay.
So originally the producer who sent me that beat, it was a Dragon Ball Z sample. And I was like, man, we ain't gonna be able to get this clear, this Dragon Ball Z. So he went through different variations of the beat. We landed on about the 4th one. I was comfortable with that. And then I played it for drama one day, and then he wasn't moving the way I wanted him to move. You know what I mean? He was just kind of like, this dope. I'm like, nah, you gotta feel this. I'm like, be that hard enough. I'm like, you gotta feel this. So I was in the studio with my homie Guitar Boy. Shout out to Guitar Boy. He's like a musical genius. And I was telling him, like, bro, I need this to feel anthemic. I need it to feel big. I need it to feel like a moment. I need this to feel like whatever it is somebody do in life, when they hear this song, they need to get up and go want to do it. So he had produced that version that we hear today. And then I called Kevin Durant to the studio. Kevin Durant came to the studio and I played him that version. And the first thing he said was, bro, this make me want to get up and hoop right now. And when he said that, I said, this the version, right?
Okay. Yeah. Okay. And that's exactly when I turned the album on, driving to the studio today, you know what I'm saying? That beat hit hard. Yeah. Bass was killing. You was talking that shit on there. You know what I'm saying? I think that's the whole thing.
Today a rapper approached me and asked me to buy his shirt. He was head to toe in Dior. Why the fuck would I want your merch?
That bar, and I wanted to ask you about that bar. You know what I'm saying? Cause like, I mean, it's crazy out here when people out there trying to like, you know, support me, fam. You know what I'm saying? Dior head to toe. Do I really want to buy your shit for real, bro?
Yeah, and then it's like, us is like people from urban communities. We got to take the time to make our designs better. We can't just throw an emoji on a shirt and want people to support us. Like, I'm gonna watch this one time and I can't wear it no more. You know what I'm saying? But if you creating something that's actually dope, a dope sweatsuit or a dope shirt or whatever, and it's quality, I don't got no problem spending my money. You ain't just about to sell me no damn t-shirt with an emoji on it and then tell me to support you because you just threw an emoji on the shirt. This shit ain't fly. You know what I mean? Like, it ain't hard. Like, give me something to actually rock. You know what I mean? If you don't even believe in it, you selling it to me rocking all Dior. So why would I want to wear it?
Come on, man. You dropping gems already. You know what I'm saying? I think people go take that back and they go all the merch they had, it was gonna be like, you know what? I'll just throw that away.
Yeah. Come put some time into it, put some effort into it. Go talk to people, link up with people that design clothes. Hey, what you think of this? What you think of that? Woo, woo, how can I make this better? Don't just put something on a shirt to try to get some money. It ain't about the money. It's about us being great as a culture. And if we ain't producing great product as a culture, it's like we just capitalizing on our own people to get some money, and it ain't about that.
Ooh-wee. Ooh, y'all, hey, this Symba right here. This Symba right here.
Come on.
Come
Results
on.
take time.
Come on. Bro, the record I was listening to, and I felt old girl pain, man, when she was talking. They can't win for nothing.
Oh man. Special record.
Special record right there. Talk to me about that record right there. And who was Shorty? Because she was upset.
That's literally shout out to Dallas Martin. That's who signed me over at Atlantic Records. That's his assistant, China. China Caston. And I tell Dallas all the time, I said, you got so many days of her being an assistant because she's a star. She's a star, bro. Like when you meet her, the things she say, how she present herself, like how accurate she be with culture, she know everything. So she literally like came in the studio one day, and I'm like, she usually come in the studio and she fired up. She like, man, what we doing today? What's this? What's this? Ooh, let's go out to eat. Let's go get some drinks. Let's go do this. And she came in the studio one day and she was just down. You feel me? And I'm like, China, what's wrong? And she was like, man, I feel like the hoes is winning. She's like, I feel like I can't win in being a good girl. Ooh. And I'm like, man, go in the booth and say that. Like, go say that right now. Like, that needs to be heard because there's so many women that feel that way. There's so many women that feel like the Instagram model that got all these followers is winning over them, when in all actuality, niggas just like hanging with them because they a good time, but you don't want to wife them or you don't really care about them. It's just something to be with for the night. You know what I mean? So sometimes the good girl, it seems like they get pushed to the back because the Instagram girl is so willing to do whatever. You know what I mean? So she was speaking about that, and I'm like, you know what? We got to put this on this record. And we was writing the record, Can't Win for Nothing. And that came from, I was in the car with one of my homies, and he was going through a rough day. And he said it, man, I just feel like I can't win for nothing. And every time somebody say like a phrase or something that we all say, I try to turn it into a song. Same thing with GOAT. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Like same thing when people say like, this a blessing or you the GOAT or whatever it may be, I turn that into a song. So when he said, I can't win for nothing, I'm like, man, I need to make a song for people that feel this way. Like there's so many people that feel like they just can't win. And then she came in as I was writing the verse and said what she was saying. And I was like, man, go say that right now.
Hey, that was perfect. I mean, you couldn't have asked for the universe to like put that together in that moment, bro.
But when you're doing great things, the universe gonna line great people to be together. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? So she walked in fresh out of a meeting, just feeling some type of way. And we was in the studio working on that record and she said it. So, you know, it all came together.
And it worked out, bro. Talking about the GOAT record, you know what I'm saying? Because I love what you were saying as far as the GOAT. You were saying that everybody's a GOAT. You know what I'm saying? If you do this, you're the GOAT. You know what I'm saying? Talk to me about that. What inspired you to want to like put that in perspective like that?
Man, so I got a homegirl. She literally both her parents died, and she's taking care of her brother basically for the last 20 years. Her brother got disabilities and everything. And one day we was kicking it in Atlanta, and she was on the phone with her brother, and he was like, man, sis, you the GOAT. Because she had did something for him, took him to a few appointments, everything. He was like, man, sis, you the GOAT. And I was just thinking about it like, man, you know, somebody's a GOAT for different reasons in somebody's eyes. We look at LeBron and Mike and Tom Brady and Jay-Z and Nas as our GOATs. But if you think about the everyday person, it's like the people that's there for them the most is they GOATs. So when I say if you bought your mom a house, you the GOAT. You post bail for the bros, you the GOAT. I know people who literally done been to jail, got out of jail, bro. One of my bros didn't post a bond. He didn't call him, bro, you the GOAT for getting me up out of there, boy. I promise you. You know what I mean? So like whatever the GOAT mean to you is what it mean to you. And I just wanted a record that represented that, to let everybody know, like, we all out here fighting for who number one, when in all actuality, we all out here living our dreams off our talent. So if you bought your mom a house, if you got your little brother a car, if you went to school and graduated, it's like you a GOAT. You know what I mean? You did what you were supposed to do. I know the title is greatest of all time, but it's no such thing, because Mike can't go play LeBron. LeBron can't go play Mike. You know what I mean? Rakim can't rap against me. I can't rap against Rakim. So how do we prove who's the greatest of all time? We could all be great within our time, but somebody just can't be the greatest of all time. And that's basically what I was saying on that record, is we all the GOAT.
Well, I appreciate that, because I need I need people to get out this top 5, this, that, and the other. I'm so sick of that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, and what it does is it puts crazy competition against each other, where we can't really collab because one trying to get over on another. I gotta do this. You just be great at who you are. You know what I'm saying? And whatever you do you. And it will come off. It'll just be if as long as you're consistent, you will be the best at whatever it is that you're doing. As long as you're consistent, you love what you do, and you're having fun with what you're doing, you will be that dude or woman or whatever. You know what I'm saying? I'm glad you made that record right there, bro. For real.
Facts, brother. And that's what it's about. Everything you just said, man. Be you, be great at what you do, you know, and you will be the GOAT to somebody. That's all we could ask for.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Blessings. I love that record.
Blessings. Too, brother. Blessings. Another one. We went through 5 different beats with that one.
Talk to me about it.
If I played y'all the original version of Results Take Time, y'all be like, man, he sampled this. He did this. Like, certain samples we couldn't get cleared. Certain things we couldn't do. So we had to recreate production. We had to go in and do different things. So shout out to my dog, Big Duke. Duke is great at, like, when something don't get cleared, he's great at creating the feeling without the sample and still making it cut through. So we was literally fighting for like 3 weeks. Like, it got to the point where it was like, I didn't even know if that record was gonna make it. And then he walked in the studio one day and was like, I got it. And he played the beat. And I said, ooh, that might be it. So we took the acapella and put it right over it, and it just flowed perfect.
Good. Studio life, people. Sometimes you just can't take that sample. It costs too much money.
And that record is featuring Raven Tyler, which is a new artist that we fully behind right now. She's from DC, but she lives in California, and she's just a talent, man. She's just somebody that speaks. She speaks monuments. She speaks to all of us. Like, she got that voice that just represent where we come from, bro, and give us that struggle and that pain. And we got a lot of records together, and Blessings and Soul Ties was 2 that made this project, but we putting something together for the end of the year or top of the year. She's a part of that as well. She's somebody that's very involved in my creative process, and I got a lot of love for it. I think she's going to be one of the biggest female vocalists of this generation.
That's what's up, man. That's what's up. And you already early in the game supporting people, supporting your people that's around you, bro. You're doing it right. You've been an example of what an artist is supposed to be. And that's what I was expressing to some people I was talking to about you. I was like, I met you one time at the BET Awards.
Yeah, at the radio room.
Right. And I was like, bro, is like, he's super humble, and like he got his mind in the right spot, man. Like, straight up, because like so many times people get into this industry and don't really have their mind in the right place. Yep. And they get in the game, get all this money and fame, and just go crazy. You know what I'm saying? Yep. And man, I just appreciate you being grounded like you are, and really walking your truth. You know what I'm saying? You walking what you saying, what you talking about. You know what I'm saying? And bro, you know, again, your bars is on fire. I saw what you did with Mr. Hot 9. You did over there. Bro, that freestyle. And he kept trying to pound you, bro, and you was just like, nah.
I had to let Flex know how we felt on the West, man. You've been dissing one of our goats, man. We grew up on Pac, man. I probably wouldn't be rapping if it wasn't for Pac. My auntie used to think Tupac was her boyfriend. I remember when he died, she said, they killed my boyfriend. I don't even know what to do. You know, Flex, you know, he's a legend. He's a legend in the culture. He's done a lot for the culture. But when he said that, it hurt a lot of people's feelings. It hurt my feelings for sure. And like I told him when I seen him, I said, I'm sure it's a lot, you know that I don't know. But as a fan of Tupac, I feel like I had to come up here and say that just to represent for my people and for where we come from, because Pac was a staple for us. Pac lived in the Bay. Pac lived in LA. Pac's from the East Coast. But Pac was a great example of what we can do as young Black men at an early age. He did everything he did before 25. You know, it's people at 50 right now who ain't done half of what he did. And it just shows you when you got the ambition and the drive and the right people behind you and understanding where you come from, what you can actually do as a Black man out here. And he represented that in a great way. So I felt like I had a responsibility to stand up for my nigga, man, when I went up there. So shout out to Flex, though, for letting me come up and do that.
And you know what? I'm gonna say that to Flex too, because Flex could be one of them dudes who'd be like, "Nah, this is not making it, not making it." He could have just like X'd that out. So I gotta give Flex his flowers and his props for even letting it move like that, and it just shows growth. You understand what I'm saying? It's growth for our people in our culture where we can talk to each other, express our differences, and go, "Okay, I received that. I did mess up. I'm sorry," and then we move on.
Think about how many lives could be saved with a conversation. Right? Think about how many lives could be saved, bro. So many people die because a conversation was never had. It's too much anger involved. It's too much misunderstandings and all this, but a conversation could save everything.
Yes.
You know, so like I just wanted to come up there and have that conversation with him to let him know how we felt over in the West about what he said, but that don't mean I look at Flex no type of way or I want to hurt Flex or do something to Flex. It's like, nah, this how we feel. This how you feel. All right, cool. You know how I feel. I know how you feel. We brothers, let's move forward and continue to create. So understand it.
Oh my gosh, bro. Let me whoever, thank God for your parents. You know what I'm saying? Thank God for you know.
Thank God for my mama, because I ain't have a daddy.
Hey, well, thank God for mommy.
Yeah.
Because you know what I'm saying? And the fact that you speaking like this as a young man, it just, I'm teed up inside like, bro, you the one, bro. we gotta put you as high as Drake right now. You know what I'm saying? Just because people need to understand like your nature and what it means to be a man out here. That right there, just that statement, bro. It's so many people just getting killed for nothing right now. You know what I'm saying? Just because they didn't have a conversation.
That's what we taught, bro. That's what we taught as young Black men. We taught the wrong shit. So we end up growing up, gotta unlearn a lot of things that we was taught. It's a lot of older individuals in my life that I'm going back calling them to this day, like, hey, bro, this shit you told me was wrong. Like this ain't how we supposed to go about it. We can go about this a whole nother way. You know what I mean? But that comes from having certain conversations, going to different environments, being around different people. We as Black people, bro, we treat each other with no respect. You know, we feel like we the only ones that gotta get the money, or it's one person that could have a top spot, when in all actuality, bro, it's enough for us to all get out here and get it. It ain't got to be about one person. It could be about all of us. But when we see one person with something, we want to take that from them because we feel like that person took our spot or they took our seat in the theater of success. You know what I mean? But it's deeper than that, bro. And I understand it. I got a homie right now from the Bay, LaRussell, young dude going up, killing it on Instagram. The first thing we talked about when everything started going up, bro, the one thing we not finna do is be in competition with each other. You feel me? You rap, I can rap. Cool. That don't mean I'm better than you. That don't mean you better than me. We gonna rock. We gonna rock, and we gonna be a great example for our city.
Bro, thank you so much. I know you doing your thing down here in Chicago at the House of Blues. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate spending this kind of time with you. You know what I'm saying? Because we was in the radio room. it was kind of quick. You know what I'm saying? So we really couldn't really talk. But I appreciate this. I hope for one day that we can get a chance to like meet and do a real interview in person.
We gonna make that happen for sure. I'm gonna be back on this side before the year end. I'm gonna make sure we line it up so we can get it done the right way. It's just it's a lot going on. We got the tour tonight. You know, we moving around, you know what I mean? So we had to do it this way, but I'm gonna make sure I pull up on you, bro, so we could really kick the shit all the way.
It's all good, bro. It's all good, man. Everybody right now, run these numbers up. Results take time. Symba, DJ Drama.
Take time. All right, now.
Come on. Y'all got to run it up. Go crazy with it, okay? We got to put this dude up here because this man right here, we make him run for president right here because this is the kind of energy that we need. We need that. You know what I'm saying? Symba, thank you so much, man. Appreciate you putting together a very dope album. It's put together well, mixed properly.
It's love, bro. I appreciate you for having me always and forever, bro.
Man, bro. It's all good. Symba, people. It's DJ Nathan on Power 92. Let's go.
Power 92.3 FM.